Welcome.
Hello.
Woo, we're
hello.
live.
Lights are on. Everything's happening. It's Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth and happy Father's Day to everyone watching out there and everyone in here. And I am the happy father of all of you wonderful children.
Just call him
This is
Daddy
Rev
today.
Rita over here, and I'm Reverend Patrick.
And welcome to everyone. You know where you are, where we practice this beautiful science, spirituality, spiritual science, whatever you want to call it. It's an ancient wisdom that just says God is light, love, source is right here. We don't have to go anywhere to find it. It is right here. And when we live from that place, wow, life gets a lot easier no matter what we're experiencing. So let's just remember that today and as we leave from here too, but we're here right now.
We
so let's
are here,
celebrate
and
that.
it's nice to see people flowing in. We thought there might have been an evacuation, and so we were just, now we can relax knowing that everyone is coming in here. And one of the things I would like to know is, well, a couple people, Sherry and Tom are online, and I do believe Marion and Glenn might be watching from Colorado today. And we got our Canadian brothers and sisters, and we got people all over the world. That's why they call us what? A global Ohana. That's right. So who is here for the very first time and not afraid to say it? There you go. All right. All right. Well, we know something about you. It's good to see you, Jesse.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
I
know. All of a
recognize
sudden I
this guy.
said, there
All right.
he is. Welcome home, brother. Okay, so we have to let you know, anyone else in here new for the first time, we have to let you know something about yourself just in case you did not know. Shall we let this wonderful gentleman know who he is? You ready?
You are magnificent.
The reason we know that about you, my friend, is because we found that out about ourselves. And that's where it all begins, right inside. I said, oh my God, I'm magnificent. So are you. So that's how it works. So why don't we all say it together, put our hands on our heart. I am magnificent. I am magnificent. One more time. I am magnificent. And the people in live stream, they're feeling really left out right now. They said, usually he mentions us too. But I just did. You ready? Let them know who they are.
You are magnificent.
Now look to your left, to your right. I don't care where you look anymore. Just let somebody know they're magnificent. You are magnificent, magnificent, magnificent,
welcome home.
magnificent.
All right, let's do it. We have an opening song.
We have our opening.
Kyle and Luis, you are magnificent.
I'm not a stranger to the dark. Oh, hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. For we are glorious when the sharpest words want to cut me down. I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. 'Cause I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be me, and I make no apologies. This is me. Whoa. Oh, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Another round of bullets hits my skin. Far away, they say, I won't let the shame sink in. We are bursting through the barricades, reaching for the sun. We are warriors, yeah, that's what we'll become. I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us. For we are glorious when the sharpest words want to cut me down. I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. and I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is me.
So let's just take one moment here and right now to remember who and what each and every one of us is. We are magnificent. That incredible power that is way outside this room, that runs the cosmos, is what's living inside of each and every one of us. And even more than that, there is love permeating through and as each and every one of us here online on this entire experience called the planet Earth, and beyond and beyond and beyond. So we take an opportunity today to just stay right here, nestled in this divine moment, and just allow ourselves to vibrate at the frequency of the divine. And what are we going to do with that power? That's an individual choice, of course, but we are always connected to the one source. On this Juneteenth, we know that there is a emancipation, a freedom that is going on within us, the daring to say, I am who I am. I am the I am. And be able to just take that power and use it for good. I repeat, use it for good. Say with me, I use it for good. I use it for good. And with that incredible divine gratitude that is running through me right now, that Father within all life itself, the Mother, Father, God, call it whatever you want, it is love. The basis, the foundation is love. And we take it and we use it. And we just say yes to it in every moment. So with that, I am so filled with gratitude that I step away from this thing called Patrick and allow myself to be a conduit of this incredible power that each and every one of us is. And I know that it is so, as together we say, and so it is.
When the sharpest words want to cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, I'm gonna drown them out. I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me, look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching on to the beat I drum. I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies. This is me. This is me. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is me.
Yeah. Kyle and Luis.
I love the way
Right here.
you guys are working together. It's just like so beautiful to watch you guys.
They're individual expressions, perhaps, but they're one source.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay.
We have a treat today,
go ahead.
do we
you
not?
Start.
Okay, we are proud mother and father today. We have had our children, as they have been going through what we call practitioner training, and they have taken their final written test and passed. Then yesterday was that moment when mom and dad paced the floor ready for birth as they took their panels right here. And it was beautiful. I want to shout out to Dr. McMorrow, Mike McMorrow, because he
From Granada Hills.
from Granada Hills in California. He arranged it all through Zoom. So that means that people were in Las Vegas, they were in Utah, they were in California, they were everywhere. And they were in there doing, and Oregon, they were there too. So we were so excited. They took their panels and we're excited because what? They passed.
Yeah. Can I explain one thing too?
Yes.
If you don't know what a panel is, they had to go in front of 3 people they didn't know, a minister and 2 other practitioners, and answer questions, cold questions, about our philosophy, about themselves, and I don't want to say give the right answers, but there was a truth in that. So they were basically grilled for an hour by 3 people they didn't know about what they did know, and they
Right.
did know. So
Yeah.
they did a really great job. And
So
after
the panels are mostly about consciousness. Where are you in consciousness as you're going
Anyway.
forward? So I have a quote that I wanted to give to them because a lot
do you
of
want
people.
them to come up first? No.
Yeah, they'll come up right after this because I want it to be all theirs. The thing that I thought of this morning was I heard a quote from Nelson Mandela, and he was talking about, we think of success as, oh, I passed the panel, I passed the test. But that's really not where the success really is. There's a lot of years that go into that one moment in time. And yes, that is a success, but I love what he has to say. Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Do not judge me by my success. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up. To me, that is success. How many times during the entire time did they fall down and say, they could have said, I don't want to continue, but they didn't. So we have them here today. Shall we?
So we'll call them up one at a time. And these are their certificates for completing Practitioner 2. They're not their final licenses, which will be in the mail, I'm sure, soon. Melissa Mojo.
Yeah.
Patrick, you take. Yay!
There you go.
You just stand there.
Right here.
Jamie Prem and Aurora, of course.
And Aurora. She actually passed it as well because she was with her all the way
through. Both in the womb and out, right? Okay.
Oh.
And Margaret Peggy Jerry. Where is she?
She's right over here. You want to put that?
She's known as Margaret Jerry in the professional world, but here you go.
And so we thought we would do something a little different with this one, and we're going to have you each give a treatment. I'm kidding. This isn't the stump, but we would like to ask you this question that you can share with all of your ohana here. This is Pride Month, and we are so proud of so many things, but I would like each one of you to briefly, did I mention briefly, say that, tell us what you are so proud of for yourself of your accomplishment.
Number 1.
Did she roll her eyes?
Yes, she did, actually.
I did roll my eyes. I probably have to say the thing I'm so proud of is that I recognized that there was something within me that needed to be explored, that needed to be learned, needed to be awakened, and I went with that. And there were many times that I thought, what did I get myself into? But I kept showing up and I kept doing what I needed to do. And here I am today, 4 years later.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just really proud to be a part of this organization. And I just want to thank Patrick and Rita so much for being there for us, being there for everybody, and helping me through this. I'm just really proud that I decided to make the commitment to go really deep inside and learn about myself and open my heart to really be able to understand others better. And I was able to apply that when I was going through my trials and tribulations in New York, which I came out of very well.
Yes, you did.
I saved my own life, and I am proud of that.
Yes.
Thank you.
I am very proud that I stuck through the process, even when it felt like it might not be possible, especially after being pregnant. And then luckily, I gave birth right in between one of our terms during a break, which was perfect timing, and went straight into classes right after having her. And there was a point where I felt like that wasn't going to be possible. Like, am I insane for trying to make it all happen and do this and be everybody to everything? Be everything to everybody. Oh.
She's getting ready.
And yet still be like, know that what I really wanted to do was to be a practitioner and be part of this philosophy and really grow my consciousness and just continue to do that no matter what obstacles came up. So
Absolutely.
Thank
Great.
you.
Yeah.
And Laura says, I have something to say.
I know. She will be too.
Yeah, she will be.
Well,
Okay, go
I
ahead.
can just say that I cried a few times yesterday. I'm just so proud of you and for sticking it out and being the amazing consciousness that you are. And just to let you all know, if I ever needed a practitioner, I would go to any one of these women. They are powerful. They are really steeped in the principle, and they're ready to step up. So
Yes.
yeah, so use them,
Yep.
utilize them. Yes. All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yay. And talking about another amazing practitioner,
Pride,
of pride,
definitely.
the consciousness of love. That's what I call her, Roseanne Jones. She's here to lead us in our contemplation
And here's your
treatment.
imaginary lake.
We gave it so beautiful. We gave it to your husband because it was Father's Day.
Good morning. And today, as we always do at this time, we want to center on the peace, the love, the power of that one source that is in each and every one of us. And it starts with love. Love points the way. And knowing that this one source is working in and through me as I speak. It works in and through each person here and each person far away. For it permeates the entire universe. And its name is love. And knowing that as we go into that love, that we can reassess some of our wrong thinking and let go of ideas and thoughts and whatever that doesn't seem like the love that we want to express. For we know what the world needs is a little more love, but it all starts in our individual hearts. So let's just know that love starts with us. And love and peace are healing forces in the world, and they can heal everything in relationships. They can heal our own bodies, our minds. They can bring stability to us in so many ways, whether it's our own finances, our health, our creative force. And we do it all through that one thing, the peace and love. And knowing this is the truth, I release my word to that force, to that love of the universe, to that spirit, to that guide, to that God, whatever we want to call it. It is the force, and I release my word to that force as we affirm together. And so it is.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. Letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. when I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love.
Thank you.
Only
Thank you.
love.
All right. So come on back, Miss Love. Roseanne.
This is our game show part, where it's called Stump the Practitioner.
Oh dear, am I ready?
If you could just put on a British accent, we'd appreciate it. No, I'm just kidding. Go.
Don't do it. Don't do it. So I guess it's Pride Month, and we just want to know, like what we asked the other practitioners. What are you proud of, girl?
I have so many things to say, but they were very eloquent in their answers to that. I really enjoyed listening to them. So what I'm proud of, well, I could say 100 things, but there's one thing that is written behind me that I want to point out. And what I'm proud of is I learned to believe in those words, to thine own self be true. Thank you, William Shakespeare, for those words. However, I was raised, like many of us are, with people in, not that they were meant to do harm, but they were misguided, and they told me things about myself that I thought, no, that doesn't work for me. That's not true. This is, and as I grew and understood more of the world, I started becoming stronger and stronger in my belief in that, and my belief in my own integrity, and that I had learned about love and peace, and knowing that those are things that I wanted to guide my life by. And I've tried to stand up for that. So that's what I'm proud of, is trying to be true to my own self.
That's perfect.
So one little, thank you, that was very eloquent as well. So when we have moments in time when we don't believe that's true, even now, when we go through it and we go, oh, to thine own self be true, and then we don't feel like it's really happening. What's some tools that you use, or where do you go? Where's your go-to when that happens?
Well, as a practitioner, I've been trained, and as ministers, you have been trained, but that doesn't mean that we can't fall away from our training. That means that sometimes things throw us, each of us, all of us. And as both of you usually talk every Sunday about something threw me this week, and I had to remember, and I had to stop, back up, and remember who and what I am, that there is that power that's working in and through me. It's not just Roseanne. It's not just Rita, Patrick. It's that power that's working in and through me, and I can stand up knowing that truth, love, good, those are my bywords, and that's what I want to live by. And so And so it is.
So it is.
Mahalo,
Thank
mahalo.
you. That was beautiful. You want to read our affirmation?
Yes, so I have an affirmation to read, and if I'll read it once, and if you choose to repeat it after me 2 times. I am proud to be a divine idea in the mind of God. I am proud to be a divine idea in the mind of God. I am proud to be a divine idea in the mind of God. And that's what each and every one of you is.
Yes. Thank you,
And so
Roseanne.
it is.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Thank
So
you.
it is.
So, okay. So yesterday we were celebrating our new practitioners, and we were sitting, and I get a text from Kyle going, "Do you have any suggestions for songs today on Sunday?" And I realized we hadn't talked to each other. So anyway, so we had one that's going to come later that we already knew, but Peggy chose this song. So if anybody has a problem with it, talk to Peggy Price, the new practitioner. But I think this song is great for what we're going to talk about today, and go for it, guys.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up, I'm tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second thing, don't you tell me what you think I can be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, ooh. I was broken from a young age, taking my sulking to the masses, write down my poems for the few that looked at me, took to me, shook to me, feeling from singing from the heartache, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the pain. You made me a believer, oh, pain. You break me down, you build me up, believer, pain. Let the bullets fly or let them rain. My life, my love, my drive that came from pain. You made me a believer. Third things third, send a prayer to the ones up above. All the hate that you heard has turned your spirit to a dove. Oh, ooh, your spirit is above. Ooh. I was choking in the crowd, bidding my rain up in the cloud, falling like ashes to the ground, hoping my feelings they would drown, but they never did ever live. They've been flowing, inhibited, limited, till it broke open and rained down. It rained down like pain. You made me a believer, a believer. Pain, you break me down, you build me up, believer, pain. Let the bullets fly or let them rain. My life, my love, my drive that came from pain. You made me a believer. The last things last by the grace of the fire and the flames. You're the face of the future, the blood in my veins. Oh, ooh, the blood in my veins. Oh, ooh. But they never did ever live. They've been flowing, inhibited, limited, till it broke open and rained down. It rained down like pain. You made me a believer, a believer. Pain, you break me down, you build me up, believer. Pain, let bullets fly or let them rain. My life, my love, my drive that came from pain. You made me a believer, a believer.
Come on, you must have known
I'm
that
a
song.
believer.
You learned that in one day. You are amazing.
Oh, the guitar was
I
happening
know,
too,
right?
man. Yes.
Did you just pick up the chords like on the? What did?
It has all the words here on Ultimate Guitar.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. But
chords and
still,
stuff.
I mean, that's a difficult song, right? So
Yes.
Spirit does it, works through Kyle, and then Luis jumps in and gives it the beat, and wow, thank
Now
you.
we're dancing.
Yeah. So it's a pretty powerful song. And when I actually, because when Peggy said, oh, this would be a good one, I didn't really look at all the words. I was like, and then after I had told Kyle, I was like, this is a song we want you to sing. Then I looked at the words and I was like, this could be taken pretty negatively, you know, and we like try to keep things positive here and stuff. But then I looked at them again and I was like, okay, how can I make this work? And I realized that, of course, we all learned through pain. And this song is about someone who went through a lot of pain and brought himself up on the other side. And as Joe Dispenza would say, turned the pain into wisdom and was able to become a believer. So the essence of the song is really powerful, that it's about learning from our past, not staying back there. And so many times we play the tapes over and over and over. What was the word Melissa used for that? Soundtracks, recordings that just play over and over in our head of pains that we've had or experiences that, you know, we just can't get over them. And it doesn't mean like not feeling our feelings, because I think feeling our feelings are important, but we can also get trapped in loops of feeling our feelings and then never get out of them again. And when I was thinking about this song, I remembered a time in my life way back when I had a really excruciating breakup of a love affair, and I was in so much pain. But I didn't have this philosophy or anything, so I didn't know where to go, but like to basically just turn into myself and, you know, not beat myself up, but be in so much pain that I couldn't get, I mean, it took me a while to get myself out of it. And then what finally got me out of it, which is interesting, is, you know, it subsided. And, you know, one thing about pain is that, you know, it will subside and we will get through these things. But what we have to be careful of is that we don't just pass them off and not realize they're still there, because pain can turn into disease, really. It does, because it has to have some place to go. The strong emotions like that have to have some place to go, and science has proved that they'll lodge somewhere in an organ or something. So, but for me, what happened was I had like this revelation, and I thought, well, if this situation had turned out well, what would it have looked like? And I was a writer. And so I sat down and wrote a screenplay about how it would be if it turned out right. And it was like so healing for me to do that. It was like my purging. Like I said, I didn't have this philosophy, but it made me focus on like the good stuff. And I wrote the screenplay. And after I wrote that screenplay, I was pretty much healed of the whole thing. And then I'd say about 15 years later, the screenplay actually happened. I know, right? So it's like I could write a screenplay about that, right? Or a story about that, how it happened. So it brings me to like this. I listened to Emma Curtis Hopkins, this book I'm reading called Spiritual Science, and she was a healer from the 19th and 20th century. She was a quantum physicist, to just face it. She worked with energy, and she didn't call herself that. But she has this statement that she always uses, and I never understood it before, and it's called, she says, look, when you're in any experience that you want that's awful or whatever, turn and fix yourself on the, like, look and focus on the good. But she used the word fixed good in this book. And that made a whole bit of big difference to me, because I really got it, and I hope I can explain it to you in the right way. When you look for the good, you're not saying that something isn't wrong. You're not saying that, like, you know, when whatever it is in your life, your health, whatever, that if you're experiencing something, you're not saying, oh, everything's good, it's all good, look for the good. No. What you're saying is, if you focus on the fixed good, because there's a good beneath everything, because this energy is good. This energy is, it's pretty much neutral, but it's love, because it's giving of itself all the time. And if you fix yourself on the fixed good behind whatever's going on, like, let's say somebody's not behaving the way you think they should be behaving. I've got a situation like that going on in my life right now too. They're not behaving the way you think. And it's causing havoc for everyone, right? And you get into the jumble of the whole thing, and you start, like, playing the tapes with everybody else, and, you know, why doesn't she do this, and why doesn't she? But instead, if you can, behind everything or everyone, and she even goes into politicians and everything else, she said, there's a fixed good that has never been touched by anything. And if you continue to focus on that energy, it has to show up. And so it has to show up. And I've proved it in certain areas of my life. But this is a different way of looking at good, like it's all good, because it's not all good, but there is a fixed good behind everything. So that really, I don't know, just turned my world upside down this week and really helped me through what I was going through. So let's go back to pain. I think pain is a big, our talk title today is the great influencer, right? So I think pain can be a great influencer. I mean, we can let it control us, right? Like, just like I was telling you in that story. And an influencer is one who has the ability to have power or effect on something or someone else, right? So what's the influence in your life? What's influencing you? Now, in the Science of Mind, we ask this question. We go, the world is beginning to realize that it has learned all it should through suffering and pain. Do you believe that? Is the world beginning to realize that it has learned all it should through suffering and pain? No. Not yet, right? But if we can focus on the fixed good that as that being truth, and instead of contradicting it and saying, yeah, no, they're not focused on they're all focused on suffering and pain, and then we're keeping it. See, the only way you can really work this science is if you understand that there is a power and an energy and a vibration that's responding to you. If you don't believe that, then, well, it's still going to respond to you, but you're not going to be able to make the best use of it. So yeah, the world is beginning to realize that it has learned all it should through suffering and pain. I'm sure when Ernest Holmes said this, he was in the middle of World War II and atomic bombs and all that kind of stuff when he was writing this stuff. Or, well, he was in the middle of the Depression when he was writing this stuff, and World War II. And the world is beginning. Okay. Surely there can be no intelligence in the universe that wishes man to be sick, suffer pain, be unhappy, and end in oblivion. Would you agree with that? Yeah. Right? I mean, if we're calling this intelligence, this Joe Dispenza calls it divine love, intelligent love. You know, we call it love. Emerson called it God is love. That's another word for God is love. It's an energy. It's a principle. It's a force. Surely there can be no intelligence in the universe that would wish man to be sick, suffer pain, or be unhappy and end in oblivion. I believe that. Because if it was, then we would be gone a long time ago. I mean, we wouldn't even be able to survive. I mean, it's always going toward life. Surely if God or universal intelligence is imbued with goodness, then it could not ordain that man should ultimately be other than a perfect expression of life. This is the whole basis of our teaching, and this is the whole basis of a universe that works. Because the universe is good. The universe is propelling. It's life-giving. It's constantly creating from itself. But the thing is that we are the universe. So if there are issues or whatever, we're the ones that are propagating all of that by not focusing on the fixed good. So this is not to blame us or get us, down on ourselves. It's to make us feel powerful. because it is powerful. Desiree gave this wonderful presentation on Thursday night, and it's on YouTube if you want to watch it, about her trip to Egypt with Matthias. And I asked her at the end, I said, well, okay, so you're studying this ancient culture, you're studying these, the Atlanteans, and you're studying, we're saying that there's, star people, and of course there are. If we think we're the only ones here, I think we're really self-righteous. Anyway, and I said, what did you take from that? Like, what were they trying to tell us? Because that makes a difference. Like, what was the truth? And the truth was, she said, well, she called it CSL, but it's really science of mind. The truth is that it was preaching your powers within you. It was preaching community is important. It was preaching that love. It was preaching all of the things that we say are the things that propel our universe forward. And we've gone through this so many times, probably for centuries and centuries and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And there's always been people that have showed up and tried to influence us to tell us this truth. And we've done it, and then we haven't kept it going. We've just but and I say this every Sunday, I do believe that this is the time that we are going to keep it going. And even though things look really bad, if we can just do our own personal work of self-love and seeing the fixed good, then it will occur. So in the Declaration of Principles from the Science of Mind, he says that, in Ernest Holmes, we believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and this goal is sure to be attained by all. So the goal, he says, we believe the ultimate goal of life to be the complete freedom of all discord of every nature, and this goal is sure to be attained by all. Like he's saying, that's the ultimate goal, that we would not have discord. But what does that mean? Discord is a lack of agreement or harmony between things. So I thought about this because I used to think that meant nobody's going to have any troubles anymore. And I don't think that's necessarily what it means. I think what it means is that when you can free yourself of discord, you're going to work through your stuff. Just like these practitioners that just came up. When you can free yourself of looking at something like out of context, like in a disagreement way, instead of looking at it as from a responsible way, coming from within you, and that you can shift that, then, thank you, Ruth, and then you'll shift it. So that would be lack of discord to me, is that, and a lack of discord with the loss. Like I said, if you don't believe that, there's an energy that's responding to you, right? And what you think over and over and over again with feeling, then this doesn't mean anything, really. But if you can fix your mind on that, then you would see that being in discord would be working with that energy in the wrong way, like not the wrong way, but in a way that's negative towards yourself. Like a way that keeps saying the same thing over and over that's negative towards yourself. That would be being in discord with the law, because you would be using the law, but you wouldn't be, it says yes. So if you're in discord with that and you're saying yes to stuff that you don't want in your life, then okay, then it's going to go yes, because that's all it does. It's neutral. This energy is neutral. It's just responding to our vibration. So I do believe what Ernest Holmes says, that the ultimate goal of life is to be completely free from that discord, and that we are all going to attain that one way or the other. Where it might not happen today, it could happen today because it's available to us today, but like the song said, sometimes we have to go through all that pain and all that discomfort in order to grow, because we don't know, and it's not bad. It's just, when are we going to say no more? And like this guy did, and it turned him into a believer. When are we going to do the same thing? When are we going to take the things that we've experienced, and instead of letting them influence us for what's the word? Not to even move us forward, to just stay where we are, going over and over and over, like repetitive thoughts, the same thing. Or what, are we going to take it and say, okay, this is what I've learned from this. This is not what I want anymore in my life. This is what I want in my life, and focus on that. because evolution goes forward. I mean, we might have fallen back, but we might have taken like 10 steps back. We're still going forward. You know, we didn't go all the way back. We wouldn't be sitting here today if we went all the way back. And the other day I was looking at a plane takeoff and I was like, oh, the Wright brothers. I was watching this big jet in the sky. Do you think they ever knew that when they were like running their in that field and throwing their hats up in the air and their plane would crash down and went up again and they finally were able to keep it up for, I don't know what, 2 minutes or something, do you think they ever could have imagined that step forward that they took created that jet that's up in the sky, created that energy that, you know, put us on the moon or put us into space just from that one moment? So like, what's our moment where we're going to just go, I want to do this. I want to be this. I want to live my life this way. And to know that you're propelling evolution forward by doing that, by not going back and sitting in sorrow and grief. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have to do it. Everybody has to have the pain, but we don't have to let it influence our whole life. If that makes sense. We can be done with it. And we can say, I'm moving forward. And sometimes that means saying goodbye to things that we might not want to say goodbye to, but they might not be good for us, you know? And we have to that's the hard part of it. But we all have it within us sometimes that goodbye is just to the thoughts, the repetitive thoughts, and sometimes it comes into people and all of that. And I have a lot more, but I really have to stop. So I would just ask you, what are you letting influence your life? And to just kind of think about it. And, you know, this is all about self-examination, not about beating oneself up, but just like looking within and saying, what is really influencing me? Is it helping me? Or do I need to take a new idea? Do I need to, take a new idea and a new creation? Do I need to like I did with my screenplay, write what the good ending would be and start focusing on the good ending? And knowing that when you do that, you're moving energy. You're actually moving energy. So have a great week working with whatever your influence is. Not under the influence, above the influence. Right. Okay. Thank you, Kyle and Luis, for singing this beautiful song of our true influence.
One power, one power, one power. There's one power invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. Simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. We'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, It's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, 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 one power. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy and inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby, the serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon for its love that's most deep. It's one power, one power, one power. What we are is one power, one power. One power, one power, one power. We are one power, one power, one power.
Yes. I absolutely love that song. One power. I was just thinking, boy, if we really nestled into that, wow. I have so many thoughts, but one thought is haunting me, and it's a good haunt, about this Nelson Mandela quote. As I was sitting there, I really picked it for the new practitioners. But when you think, do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. And it made me think of this month about pride and Stonewall, when they had the uprising in 1969 for the gay community that said no more. Said, no more, you're not going to keep coming in here and arresting us for being who we are. And today with Juneteenth, right? It wasn't even the idea of the freedom part of the success. The success was that people didn't even know they were free for a long time afterwards. But I have felt that way too. I didn't know I was free. I was walking around in my self-imposed prison. Doesn't that make you feel all warm and fuzzy all over? But it's really not about being serious or somber. It's about going, look what we did. It makes me, I won't do it because it'll make you uncomfortable, but it makes me almost want to weep. Because weep is different than crying, man. Weep is when you really get right down there and you know how you don't care, like in a movie when they get what we call get all ugly with our face, when you're crying and snot's coming out, and that kind of weeping for the kind of, there's a visual there and I hope I didn't leave you with it, but it's just that idea that the successes were all the nights that they said, we're going to be free. Of all the nights that said, yes, arrest me. Yes, all the nights that said, do what you want with me. But I'm going to tell you something. I am free. And I don't care what it takes. And it took a lot. It took death. It took fighting. It took using every bit of, every bit of the genius of spirit to move through us to be free. And then we keep asking ourselves, why aren't we free? I found this wonderful thing because, all right, take me. No, I'm just kidding. I just got a little. Bless them. I love them. I love them. Here's a word that I am not fond of that I used to use in my ignorant days of being raised, is the word tolerate. Who wants to be tolerated? And I never knew that till one of my mentors said, who is gay, who said, and has his family, and said, you know, I don't want to be tolerated. Like we tolerate them. We tolerate this. We tolerate, or you go to your wonderful relative's house at the holidays, and you tolerate Uncle Russ. You tolerate Uncle Russ and his shenanigans that he does at every single Thanksgiving. But tolerate is not a great word. And the A.J. Willingham, CNN senior writer, said this, and this is in honor of Pride Month. I've been thinking about the difference between tolerating and celebrating. When you tolerate someone, it's as if you're forcing yourself to acknowledge that they exist. But when you celebrate someone, you're letting them know you actively appreciate their existence. They bring something valuable to the world just by being them. Wow, right? Let's do it. Let's actually celebrate. This whole idea that we have had all of this discord based on being different. Oh my gosh, everyone in this room, I'm looking around and nobody's the same. And I don't care, and that's not just physically. You're not the same inside. You got a whole bunch of influences going on inside your head. And what we can do instead of fighting against you, what if I could learn from you? What if I said, oh, I was really scared because I didn't understand. Can you teach me? Oh my gosh, what a world we would have and how advanced we would be. Does that feel like a resonate? I mean, doesn't that feel good to think of what I used to be afraid of? And I was influenced, you know. I mean, I was thinking of my parents. They were teaching me what they were taught. And then I was going, wow. They would say, you must tolerate, you must tolerate. I'm thinking, it never really got into the whole skin of me about tolerating, because that's like putting up with. And I tolerated a lot of things growing up, and it really didn't make me feel that good to tolerate. But to celebrate your differences. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No, that was an Irish gush. I was thinking of the. Oh, do you think I was going to take you all down Somberville and not give you a little bit of stuff to laugh with? Because to me, humor is medicine beyond. Oh, it's so beautiful. But every once in a while, you got to just pause and really look at things for the way they are. And I was thinking of a production woman that we worked with at the time, Jeanette Davigno. And we used to do shows, and she was always there for us, man, up in the light booth, making sure everything was running. And when we had all this audience of some, and they were, and she would be up there like doing it, you know. And she wrote this, and I wrote her, and now it was Jay, so it's not her. She's trans man now. I'll get it all settled, but. It's been a journey for her, and I know a few people that have really been journeying with this, but this is what was so powerful about what he wrote, what Jay now wrote. And it goes with Patrick's theme of always self-love, right? Be you. Be true to who you are. People come and go in your life, but one thing always remains true. And this is what he is learning now. You have to learn to love yourself first. Only then can you accept that others love you too. And I thought how powerful that is to go to that place, what he's going through now. And he's got a long ways to go for full transition, but like I told him, don't feel too bad. We've got a long ways to go too before we fully transition. So we're all transitioning from one thing to another, and it's beautiful. And that is a celebration on its own. So let's get the elephant out of the room. Father's Day. I had to go there. I just said, you know, it's Pride Month, but I got to talk. I got to talk about who's your daddy today. I got to. Here's the thing. As children, we are incredible sponges, are we not? And all the inner child work I do and I teach and I counsel with, the one thing that I'm learning is that there are many ways to look at Father. And usually people in my position the reason we make that up is because I don't get to do what was on Facebook and show all the beautiful fathers and everything, and he meant the world to me and he did this. And I've had an interesting journey with fathers, and I'm not here to do any kind of bashing to my dad or anything, but I do want to just explore it for a moment, because I have an interesting background with role models in the father male category. And I just took a real quick look at my life, and I thought, what is the whole idea with me and my fathers? It's hysterical. My first father image was being a Catholic, and that was God that was outside, but he was always an absentee father. And I said that to Rita last night. She goes, you should mention that. And it was an absentee father because I never could quite get to him. I had to go through a lot at Virgin Mary. I had to go through saints. I had to go through everything. But I was never allowed full access to see our Father, who art in heaven. And I thought, wow. And then enter in my father, my dad, and I'm thinking to myself, all the people that say they've had absentee fathers, and I know many who have, and I am just celebrating them all. But my father was there, and he was very absent. So it's not about physically being there. And I used to pray as a little boy, read the book, it's coming out in December. But I used to pray, give me a dad, another dad. Please. I know you can do it. The nuns told me that if I begged long enough and prayed long enough that this would happen. And guess what? God provided. 24 years old, my mother decides to disclose, I've got another dad. Ooh, read the book. It's chapter 10. You're going to love it. The entrance of Dad 2. All right, now we're making up for lost time. And then I meet him. Here I am, Dad. And I'm going, oh my God. The other one looks so much better right now. And I'm thinking, I'm so confused. Where's the Father here? Where's the Father there? Where's the Father? And there was almost like humor with it, but not. Because when I was born, all my grandfathers had passed away. And so I'm looking for this dad. Where's Dad? Okay, he's in heaven. He doesn't talk to me yet until after I die. And then I've got my dad that this. And you can imagine there's like this confusion. Where's my Father? And here's the gift that my dad gave me. My dads gave me. Because of that, I stopped looking. I stopped looking once and for all for that image, that thing that was going to tell me who I am, a role model that I could look up to, something, a male role model. And it never appeared. But what it forced me to do was I went inside. I went really inside and found out that there was this incredible power. The Father image I was looking for was right here. And as I continued my work, I was able to father myself. And I suggest that. Many people have wonderful, wonderful fathers, so that's wonderful. But you still have an opportunity to father yourself. Instead of me running around blaming who didn't nurture me, my mom tried to be a mom and a dad. It doesn't work. But I had the opportunity, and I do mean a big opportunity, to go inside and say, okay, stop complaining about what you didn't have, my friend. How would you father yourself? All that thing that they were supposed to all do for you, they got you here. They got me here. After that, there's a minister that said, after that, it's all icing on the cake. And I thought, wow, so how would I father myself? And I learned to love me. I learned all those things that, I didn't get to play baseball, that I didn't get to do it. I didn't want to play it anyway. There was plenty of men in the neighborhood that go, let's help Patrick. No daddy, And then I go, but I don't want to play. Because that ball comes really fast at you. If you ever played baseball and you're standing up there with that bat, you know how it's coming at me, man. It's coming at me. I know. Gabrielle, after all these years, I just keep evolving, don't I? I mean, it's just, it's crazy stuff. My mother would say to me, you're airing your dirty laundry. And I'm going, no, I'm not. I'm airing my clean laundry because I've cleaned out the entire thing now. And I don't blame anybody. Because if you're missing something, you got somebody who'll give it to you. There's a power that we talked about, the big influencer. That influencer, who's the biggest influencer? We are, to ourselves. And of course, Oprah, who says, whether you flounder or flourish is always in your hands. Responsibility. You are the single biggest influence in your life. Your journey begins with a choice to get up, step out, and live life fully. Wow. Yeah. So the answer is, it's the good news. It's the thing that we talk about every week. We have a power. Whether or not we want to use it or not is up to us. And sometimes we don't use it. I don't use it sometimes, not because I don't know it's there, but I'm not sure I fully deserve all of it, because it's a lot. And then the other thing to this is that it's a big responsibility. Have you ever harnessed the energy of the cosmos that can be anything and do anything you want? And then all of a sudden you're harnessing it and you're thinking, that's a big responsibility. But it's great though, because we get to use this power. We get to use it. So another one too is we have a responsibility to influence the people in our lives to be the best possible people they can be. We can lift people up, can we not? We can encourage one another and build each other up. And that's what my invitation is today on Father's Day. Whatever your father is, let's celebrate all the fathers that are here today. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. But when we get done celebrating that, let's celebrate what's happening right here. And if there's anything going on in your life that you need, that fatherly touch, that motherly touch, that whatever it is, know that you have the power right where you are to use it and to go out there and help one another. And then the idea of influencing, how many people think that we are subtly being influenced constantly? Because we're in a collective energy. We're in a collective, right now, whose thought is that? I don't know. I think it's mine. But I'm in a collective energy that's influenced by so much. So my suggestion is that keep our conversations very, very sacred when we're with one another. Excuse me. No, I was being influenced. That's what I am, my gift to myself today is going to be, is when I have conversations, let's focus on what we are and what we can do, not every impossibility that could possibly be. I love you all, and you are wonderful, wonderful, wonderful beings of light. I was watching Roseanne and watching the practitioners, and I had a moment of just silence. Desiree was talking on her thing on Thursday that the vibration is always happening, and there's a vibration in silence. Feel it? I bet you never thought you'd hear that coming from me. And so it is. It was wild, man. I was starting, the hair was going up on my, woo. Woo.
So as Kyle starts strumming over there,
Strumming me
yeah,
softly
I want to talk
with
about
your
this for a minute.
song.
So this is our time of giving back to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai, and for those online, and for those in the room, I just want to let you know that we now can do Venmo very well. You just have to put your phone, if you have Venmo on your phone, you just put it up to the thing in the bookstore there, and you can do your donations
getting
through
all
Venmo,
high-tech.
PayPal. We're getting all high tech here. So thank you for what comes in today. Thank you to everyone online, and know that you are just giving back to a center that is growing, expanding, and putting out good into the world. So thank you.
I say thank you,
We have to,
thank you.
I'm gonna
Thank
have them
you.
wait until we talk.
I say
Start
thank
passing.
you. I'm so grateful, so grateful, oh, so grateful, so grateful. I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. My beautiful, my beautiful, my beautiful life. My beautiful, my beautiful, my beautiful life. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mahalo. And our arms are open wide to receive all of the blessings of life. And each person that gives, open your arms too to receive those blessings, because it is all give, take, give, take. You're in the rhythm of life. Thank you for this rhythm of life in these baskets.
Thank you. Oh, beautiful. There you go. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I say thank you this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you. I say thank you. Say thank you. Thank you. I'm so grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kyle
Thank
loves
you.
that song.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well,
Everybody.
it's the only
Say thank
prayer you ever
you.
said is thank you.
Thank
That would be
you.
enough. Thank you.
Say
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Breakdance.
Say
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. Miss
Thank you.
Loya, you're back. Come on down.
Lawyer, bring him on down.
Miss Loya. Oh my
Look
God.
at-
Look who's back.
Beckham's
Mr.
back.
Beckham. He's back from
There's
around the
Zenith.
world.
Wow.
And
Whoa,
Zenith.
whoa.
Beckham's been around the world. Here's
He has been.
here's
How you doing, Beckham?
Aria. And
I'm
here
good,
is their
thank you for
teacher,
asking.
Miss Loya. There you go.
Happy Father's Day, everybody here and online that's a father. And bless you, Patrick.
Oh.
And look at these pieces of art. Wow.
Wow.
And they have one thing to say about their father.
I love him. I love him because he reads to me.
Ah.
He's really nice.
It's very generous.
She'll be doing it soon.
She's been trying to get that all day.
We had so much fun learning, and this young man here went to Germany, so he told us about his month in Germany, and he learned 3 words. And one of them was friends. No. Next time.
Thank you, Laura. Let's give them their blessing. You are amazing. You are perfect.
Excuse me.
You are magnificent. And we love you. Yes, we do. Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you, Loya. Thank you so much. All right.
See
It's good
how
to
it
see you,
works out?
Beckham.
Thank you for my gift.
Oh,
See how
that?
it works out?
So
See, just manifest right out of the...
we have a few announcements, not too many. Spiritual Cinema is this Friday. It'll be hosted by Reverend Diane and Sue. It's the Stonewall Uprising. Starts at 6 p.m. It's a very powerful documentary.
It's very powerful.
And anyway, that's happening on Friday night at 6 o'clock. And then next Sunday, just so you know, Patrick and I are going to be in North Carolina because we are going to officiate the memorial of our dear friend and founding board member,
Here.
Richard Morgan, who passed away last month. And we are going back there to do his memorial.
And he was our first teacher.
And he was our very first teacher, very special. And Joan, if you're watching, we love you. We'll see you soon. So Reverend Diane will be speaking next week, and Jeevan will be doing the music because Kyle is not going to be
Jeevan!
here next week. So yay! So that's going to be great. Then we have this Healing Circle. When we get back next Sunday. The Healing Circle is that Tuesday with Maria Christina. Please come and join it. I'm just telling you, it's really special, and I'm not just saying that because we're running it. I'm just saying that people that come to it really have a shift when they're there. So if there's something that you'd like to know more about in your life, come there and just let yourself relax. You don't have to do anything but sit there in a circle of love. And then, where's he going?
Just continue.
Okay, all right. Okay,
That's
so
why there's 2 of us.
the biggest thing that's happening is the 10th is our birthday celebration at Lidgate on July 10th. Put it on your calendar. That will be at Lidgate Park, large pavilion. We're going to have a big silent auction. I think we're still taking items
We are.
until July 1st. And we're going to party. We're going to have a potluck. We're going to dance.
We've added dancing.
We added dancing to the mix. We're going to have all kinds of music. It's going to be great. So please join us on July 10th, not next week, July 10th, at Lidgate for our 9th birthday. We've been here for 9 years, guys.
9 years old.
9 years. All right. And what else do we want to talk about?
CSL birthday, and then I can step aside.
All right.
Okay, so what has happened in the last couple of weeks is Rita's book just got published. So we're talking about what do I need to know? 101 things that changed my life. Well, here's your lucky day. Because it is now on Amazon. They should be arriving to us in about 2 days. We are very excited about this. It's one of those type of things where you can just open it up, and wherever you are, you can read it, and it will inspire you for the day. I just took one off of the book, and I have it up on my thing, and I read it every day so that it can continue to move me and inspire me and help me change my life. But I'm so proud of her. Let's give it up for Rita. And you know that everything's a challenge. So everything's a challenge. If you're, there's a this challenge, there's a that challenge. Well, I have a challenge for us, and I know we can do it from online to right here on this incredible island. 101 ideas and things that have changed, thoughts that have changed her life and ours too. And I know that. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 101 books sold by July 10th, which is our birthday. And we are at 27 right now. So we're pre-ordering back there in the bookstore today. It is one of those books, and I hate to, go on about it, but I will. But the thing about this book is it makes a great gift because it's not about, I'm going to, about the philosophy. It's about just inspiration. So it can go to anyone for the most part.
Well, okay, let me just give you just a moment of history on this book. So I have
Well.
about 4,000 blogs
Yes.
that I've written since 2010. So probably maybe more than that. I don't know. So everybody would say to me, hey, and I started my blog writing because I started doing treatments for a friend that had cancer. And I sent him a treatment every day. And I did that like for 71 days or something. And then I couldn't stop writing after that. So I wrote really like for 4 or 5 years straight without stopping. I never missed a day. Anyway, and then I kind of petered out and just decided I didn't want to do that anymore. But I still have 4,000 blogs. And somebody said, just put them in a book. So I picked 101 of the ones that I liked the best, and I put them in a book. So they go back to 2010. And I had them proofread by Sue Buckley. Thank you, Sue Buckley. And anyway, so that's where the book came from. And so Patrick's right. You can pick it up and just go to a page and say, and know that you're returning to the right page. And and if you've read them before, I don't know about you, but I've read the Science of Mind textbook, I don't know how many times. And wherever you are in life, you're going to pick up something different from it. So I'm proud of it. Yes.
Yes.
It's Pride Month, and I'm proud of it. Okay.
And mark your calendars. July 13th is her launch party here. We'll buy them. If we buy them before, we can have them signed there. It is absolutely free, but there is one catch besides buying the book. But there's one catch besides that. We're going to have a reception, a wine and cheese reception for that evening. You must reserve for it, not because we're in COVID, but because we need to know how much food and stuff to have. So only reservations for this. And it's July 13th at 6 o'clock. She'll do a couple readings, some signing, and I will be doing a 101 dance routine. that I'm sure
He
that
will.
you'll
Don't put it past him. All right, let's close this thing out. You ready? Okay.
Come on, it's only noon. What time?
Is this the Malama team, Louise?
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Sing with me. Then call on me, brother. You need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on.
Okay. Are we leaning into that power, that presence, that energy, that source that is everything, that is unlimited, that's pouring through us right here and right now as us moving out into our lives? That's what I know. And I know that I am grateful. I am grateful to know all of this and to actually use it, and as Patrick said, use this power and watch it just unfold as my life. And I know the same thing for each and every one of us. And I know that we take whatever it is that we got here today, whatever little message that came through to us that's right for us, and we actually put it to use, put it out into the world, put the love out. And I know that we couldn't be here without being grateful for all these beautiful people that helped us today. Yana and Luis on the Malama team, Roseanne is her beautiful treatment, Rob Jones back there bringing us out into the world, and beautiful Jonathan doing the same thing with our sound, and Charles Wolfork helping in the back, and Peggy Jerry in the bookstore over there, and I guess Roseanne's back there too, and Janice, our youth director, and Miss Loya, who took the kids today. Thank you, Miss Loya. And to Angela Phillips, thank you so much for all that you do here. And to these beautiful gentlemen over here, thank you for your beautiful, amazing music today. It was really spectacular. Thank you to everyone. So what I know is that we are grateful. I am grateful. And I just pour this word into law as law, knowing it is done. As we affirm together, and so it is.
Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lead on. Come on, come on. Call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem, you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. Well, I'll be your friend, and I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Yes, call me, oh baby, call me when you need it. For call me, whoa, call me, call me. Call me, call me.
Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful Father's Day.